All right, welcome back everybody to Automotive Inquiries. Today we're working on a 2005 Ford Taurus with the overhead valve Vulcan V6 engine. And one thing that you need to do is normal maintenance about every 20,000 miles, but this car is pushed to 100,000 miles before it was done, was the PCV valve, or positive crank ventilation valve. And what they have for that is when you look at down here, this car has a couple different ones. Older Tauruses will have a cheapo valve like this. If you go there and ask them to plug it in their computer, they're going to give you this valve. This may not work for your Taurus, so you're going to actually have to find your ventilation valve on your specific Taurus. When we look at the motor here, it's going to be on one of your valve covers, and it's traditionally going to have some type of vacuum line going onto it that's fairly big. As you can see on this one, it's probably 3/8 half-inch line that's going to be going to it. In our Taurus is new enough that we have one of these that actually has a heat sensor inside of it and some electronics going to it. So you're never going to find that exact valve when we're looking at it. But it will be located on top of one of your valve covers. Through here, it could be on the front. Most likely it's going to be on the back. A lot of people will see this valve immediately and think, there it is, I found it, because it's kind of about the size of this. That is not the actual PCV valve on this motor. If we kind of zoom in, we're going to put some light back here, you're going to see this little hole right here on the back of the back valve cover, guys. And that's where that PCV valve is going to be on that one. Now we've already removed some of the vacuum lines, but right here we actually have the vacuum line that goes to that PCV valve. And what that does, it has a little release locking tab on it. Just like in all my other videos when I tell you guys, don't force it, don't pry on it. It should come off. If it's not coming off with a little tug like this one would, because it just has a regular valve tip on it, it's because it has a locking mechanism. So don't break this. This piece is very expensive compared to the PC valve itself. So what we did is we pulled ours off, and on this one you can kind of see it has this square edge on the side of it. So once you disconnect your electronics, you're going to use either a 13/16 or a 19 millimeter and just kind of get it latched on the edge there, give it a little twist. Because as we can see, it has locking tabs here. And it also has these grooves, so it only goes in one way and comes out one way. And that's going to be a counter turn clockwise just to get this loose with this wrench, and then it pops right out. One thing about the PCV valve, not a lot going into that valve itself. So once we shine a flashlight in there, we can see a lot of oil, a lot of residue, a lot of buildup. So what you can do to save some money, save some time to the auto parts store, is get some mass airflow sensor cleaner. The reason why we're going to use this over, say, a silicone spray or WD-40 is because this is safe. And it says right on the cans, it's safe for plastics, it's safe for hot wires in your mass airflow sensor, and evaporates quickly. We don't want to introduce anything into that oil system or ventilation system that can damage it. So again, this dries quickly. You're going to spray it inside the hole, spray it underneath the bottom until it comes out clear. You're going to see a lot of oil and everything come out. To reinstall this bad boy, all we have to do is, hopefully you can see it, is reach down in there. Now a lot of guys are breaking off those little tabs right here to take this bad boy off. If you do that, you're going to have to get a new valve either way, so cleaning it really won't matter. So what you're going to do is you're just going to get lined up in there, get a nice push down, and you're going to feel it kind of twist in there. Try not to pry on those electrical connections at all. And hear that pop? It's in, guys. And that's basically all you're going to have to do. Then you're going to cruise back through here. You're going to reinstall your electronics. Make sure the tabs line up real nice. Maybe if I line that up right, it would be good. Again, the reason why we're not forcing anything here is because there's only one way for it to go on. You can hear that snap. And then we're going to flip this valve right back over here. Again, we're not forcing it. You'll hear the snap. It's in. Ditto on this side. We're going to cruise back over here, and you'll hear it snap. Now to ease that, you can go ahead and take the release step back and push it back over and let it snap. Or if you feel more comfortable hearing that snap, you can do that. Then we make sure that we have everything else vacuum-wise hooked back up. And there you go, guys. There's a PCV valve replacement on a 2005 Ford Taurus. Works for many other years with the Duratec, the Vulcan, older Mercury sables, everything like that. But again, find the right valve, take your time taking it off. Try and clean it the first time. If it still doesn't work, you can take it back out. You saw how we took it out. Go down, take the exact part number to the auto parts store, or heck, run to Ford, pay a couple bucks more, and get the OEM part. You can never go wrong with an OEM part. All right, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to comment, ask questions down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Have a good day.